Hey everyone, so today we're going to sequence or put in order the story of the Little Red Hen. Do you remember the Little Red Hen and what happened in the story? All right, so we're going to look at some pictures and we're going to put the story in order, okay? It's a sequence, put things in order of how they happened. All right, after we put the story in order, you're going to have your turn to complete the seesaw activity, putting the Little Red Hen in sequencing the story. All right, so let's begin. So I have a lot of pictures here, so I'm just going to do two at a time to show you. So remember the story of the Little Red Hen. If you need to, parents, you could stop watching this video and you can re-show the read aloud of the Little Red Hen, or the link. There's a link on the lesson plan that also shows the actual cartoon version of this story. So if you want to do that, you can go ahead and do that now before proceeding, so that the students could really, if they really, to make sure they really remember the story in order to put it in order. All right. So let's see. Let's think about the first thing that happened in the story. I'm going to show you two pictures, okay? All right. So here's a picture of the Little Red Hen. What is she doing? She has a loaf of bread in her hands. Okay, there's that picture. And then there's this picture. What does this picture show? It looks like she found something. What did she find? Seeds. So which one of these things do you think happened first? What happened first? She found seeds, right? She found seeds. Okay, she found seeds. So let's put this up. We're going to put it as the first thing that happened. The first thing that happened. So she found seeds. There we go. First thing. She found seeds. All right. What happened next? Let me show you two pictures. Here's the first picture. What does that show? Looks like she's planting seeds. And then there's this picture. What is she doing here? It looks like she's gonna bake something. She's mixing ingredients together. So which one of these things happens next? She plants the seeds. So she goes ahead and she plants the seeds. She's planting them. All right. So then, what happens next? What is something else that happens? What happens? I really got to think about this one. This one's tough. Let's see. I have all my pictures here. Now, I see her right here. See this picture here? What is the Little Red Hen asking them? I remember her asking them who will help her thresh the wheat. Because remember, the seeds, out of the seeds grew the wheat. And you have to thresh it. You have to cut it. And then here's a picture of her threshing the wheat. So what happens first? Her asking for help threshing the wheat, or her threshing the wheat? She's asking for help first, right? So there she goes. She asked for help and nobody wanted to help her, right? They all said no. So what did she do? She did it herself. She did it herself. All right, so after she threshed the wheat, what did she have to do? What did she have to do? Did she make the bread already with the wheat? Nope, not yet. What did she do? Did she eat the bread? Or did she take the wheat to the mill? I think she took the wheat to the mill. She took the wheat to the mill. All right, and the mill, they ground it up, and it makes what? It makes flour. It makes flour. All right, so now, what does she need to do now? She's coming back with the flour, and she's saying, what does she do? Does she ask for help? Or does she eat the bread? She comes back and she asks for help. She says, who will help me? Oh, put that there. Put it right here. Who will help me make the bread? And what did they say? Not I, not I. So she says, I'll do it myself. So there she goes. She's baking. She's mixing all the ingredients together. She's doing it herself. No one wanted to help her. How sad. That's not what good friends do, right? You help. When it was ready, everybody wanted some bread. They all wanted some. She says, who will help me eat the bread? And what do they say? Oh, I do, I do, I do. And what is the very last thing that happens in our story? Does she let them eat the bread in this story? No, she does not. She eats it all by herself. She said, nobody wanted to help me plant the seeds, thresh the wheat, take it to the mill, bake the bread. So I'm going to eat it all by myself. All right, so let's go through our steps now. So let's start at the beginning. So first, she found some seeds. Then she planted the seeds. And then she asked for help. Who's going to help me thresh the wheat? And they said, not I. So she did it herself. She took it to the mill to get ground into flour. When she came back, she says, who will help me bake the bread? And they said, not I, not I, not I. They were sleeping in bed. So she mixed the ingredients and made the bread herself. When it came out of the oven, they all wanted to eat the bread that they did not help with. And what does she say? I'm going to eat it all by myself. All right, so now it's your turn. You're going to complete your seesaw activity, and you're going to put the story in order. You're going to sequence the story, The Little Red Hen.